Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This is the final video in our Colorwork series this season. In our 3 previous videos, we have learned about what colorwork knitting is, different pattern styles, how not to knit colorwork, and also how to choose the best yarn for your colorwork projects. If you missed out and are interested in seeing any of those videos too, they are linked in the description. Now it's time to combine all of that knowledge and be inspired and decide what colorwork project you want to knit next. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 of my favorite colorwork patterns that I think are beginner friendly if you're new to or are wanting a simple colorwork project to work on next. I tried to list the patterns from the most beginner to more advanced beginner patterns in my opinion, leaving my personal favorite pattern at the very end. Again, you don't have to choose any of these patterns or even a beginner-friendly pattern at all. I dove in head first when I chose and knit my first colorwork projects. These are just my suggestions and recommendations and could even serve as a little bit of inspiration for your next project. Of course, all of the links for the patterns will be in the description too. Now, a few things I recommend looking for when choosing a first colorwork project is 2 colors in one row so that you're not managing a billion different colors at once. A simple construction when you're knitting the colorwork section, for example, top down or in the round. I don't want you to be trying to figure out how to knit the construction of the sweater while you're trying to learn how to knit the colorwork section, managing your yarns and the charts. It could just get way too overwhelming. And also a medium to larger weight yarn. I personally wouldn't go smaller than a sport or DK weight yarn as the project would take longer and it's easier to see your work and progress with thicker yarns. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling, so why don't we just jump right into my 10 beginner-friendly colorwork pattern recommendations. The first pattern is called the Fleece Sweater or Lopez Genser by Anna and Heidi Pickles. It comes in 4 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 31.4 to 46.4 inches and suggests using a bulky weight yarn with 5.5 millimeter needles. I think this would be a great beginner pattern to kind of dip your toes into colorwork knitting. This chunky raglan sweater is mostly knit in stripes, but some stripes have a horizontal colorwork detail. There are endless possibilities for color choices, but you could easily use scrap yarns to knit this one too. The second pattern is the Avani Genser by Stricka Ula. It comes in 7 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 33 to 52 3/4 inches. It suggests using an Aran weight yarn with 4, 4.5, and 5 millimeter needles. This round yoke, top-down sweater features a simple colorwork design with some pearl and eyelet stitch details too. I think the 2 main colorwork motifs would be fairly simple to follow and memorize, but also not too overwhelming for a beginner. And I really love the combination of the colorwork and the pearl bumps and eyelets. The third pattern is Heartwood by Tanya Barley. It comes in 10 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 32.75 to 64 inches and suggests using an Aran weight yarn with 3, 4, and 4.5 millimeter needles. It is a round yoke sweater with a top-down construction. The yoke design is achieved through a combination of very simple colorwork and texture stitches. So this style of colorwork looks to me like it's a lot of 1x1 colorwork, so every other stitch is the first and second color with a few horizontal pearl bump ridges. I just love how the design kind of reminds me of a southwestern style sunburst. And I really love the rust and soft brown color choice of the sample too. The suggested yarn is Let Loopy, which is a pretty rustic yarn in my opinion, but you can always choose a different yarn that will meet gauge. The fourth pattern is the Throwover by Andrea Mowry. It comes in 9 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 34 to 66 inches. It suggests using a worsted weight yarn with 4 and 5 millimeter needles. The sweater is knit from the top down with a deep collar that transitions into a colorwork round yoke. For this sweater, you could have fun choosing more colors to incorporate into the colorwork design or keep it more simple. For the pattern, she uses and suggests a main color with 3 additional accent colors. She actually uses rainbow or multicolored yarns, so it honestly looked like the different yarns just melt and fade together so nicely. The 5th pattern is the Magenta Sweater by the West Strand Sisters. It comes in 9 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 35.8 to 62 inches. It suggests using an Aran weight yarn with 3 and 4 millimeter needles. It is a top-down circular yoke design with optional short rows and a polo or turtleneck style collar. It features a repeating colorwork design across the yoke. I think this one would be another one that could be easily memorized as you're working through it, but still fun as you're knitting and looking forward to the next design section of the colorwork. The suggested yarn for this one is also Let Lopey, but again, you can always choose a different yarn that will meet gauge. The 6th pattern is My Fletching by Jessica McDonald. It comes in 12 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 32.5 to 66 inches. It suggests using a sport weight yarn with 3.25 and 3.75 millimeter needles. It is knit seamlessly top down in the round. Short rows are worked underneath the colorwork to lift the back neck for an excellent fit. The simple colorwork motif wraps around the yoke and I think could be easily memorized. I also really appreciate how the pattern takes the inside or the floats into consideration. I personally think a colorwork design with shorter floats is easier to learn and manage the yarn. The 7th pattern is Holly by Sarah Solomon of Into the Wool. It comes in 8 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 38.75 to 74 inches. It suggests using a DK weight yarn with 3.75 and 4.5 millimeter needles. It is an oversized top-down yoke sweater with a simple 2-color motif, a loose swingy silhouette, and bracelet-length sleeves. Similar to a few previously mentioned patterns, I like how the colorwork design is repeated but not too repetitive. You get a little bit of colorwork, but I don't think it's too overwhelming. Especially this time of year, I think a red or maroon and white, or even a deep green and white color scheme would turn the sweater into a perfect holiday knit. The 8th pattern is the Haze sweater by the Knit Pearl Girl. This free pattern comes in 11 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 33.5 to 59 inches. It suggests using an Aran weight yarn, using 3.5 and 4.5 millimeter needles. Released last winter in 2022, this sweater is inspired by traditional Nordic knitting. It is a sweater with a circular yoke that is worked both top down and in the round. I would say this pattern isn't out of reach for a beginner to colorwork knitting. The different colorwork repeat sections should keep your attention and just make you want to keep on knitting to start the next motif. This is also a sweater where the suggested yarn is Let Lopey, which is a pretty rustic yarn in my opinion, but again, you can choose a different yarn that meets gauge like Filcolana Peruvian or Cascade 220. The 9th pattern is the Care Sweater by Rebecca Clow of the Crayabea. It comes in 11 sizes, ranging from a 27.5 to a 67-inch finished bust measurement. It suggests using a DK weight yarn, using a 3.75 and 4 millimeter needle. The construction of the sweater is a little different than the other patterns mentioned. It is a relaxed fit, drop shoulder sweater with a colorwork band across the chest and upper arms. It is knitted top down, working the back and fronts flat and then joining them in the round. The motif is then worked using stranded colorwork. This is probably a more advanced beginner to intermediate difficulty pattern, but because it includes only 2 colors and is repetitive and in the round, I wanted to include it as an option for a fun challenge if you're up for it. And last but not least is my favorite, the Fairlight sweater by Stitching Simply. It comes in 8 sizes with a finished bust measurement ranging from 37 to 64 inches. It suggests using a DK weight yarn with 3 and 4 millimeter needles. It is a unisex sweater, knitted top down and in the round. It features optional short row shaping, a circular yoke, and a fairly simple snowflake colorwork design. The sample was knit using 3 colors, but more simply you could absolutely use 2 colors, one for the colorwork and one for the main background color. As a more experienced knitter, this sweater took me about 8 days to complete, but I imagine even a beginner would be able to complete it pretty quickly if they wanted to. Have you knitted any of these patterns before? Which ones are you adding to your future to knit list? I would love to hear your thoughts and pattern recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.